By the way, the same question for you, but made. I have same question. I'm going to ask the IT company president. What about your risk management? Are you satisfied? And he said, of course, yes, we are very well. Then what question are you going to make?
So, is your customer satisfied?
No, customer satisfied. Client, our company is so huge and our risk management is perfect. So, what are you talking about risk management?
I don't believe 1 second that is the truth.
I know that one. What is your answer?
So that means that you will keep all your customers in the next year. You will not lose any customers, and you will have very high customer evaluation. It's not true.
Not true.
It's not true. By the way, Yuva, did I answer your question?
Sorry?
Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. No, if you're not satisfied, just ask.
No, actually, I got the point. And for this risk management, it is not only for every project that we are going to start. Is it some kind of that for every activities or any task that we are going to start? So before the task, we have to do this risk management. Is that what you're trying to explain?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Not
this
only
is the
system.
basic due diligence. You know, the term due diligence is this is the minimum requirement for actually everything that you do. Okay, so how can this go wrong? There's many ways that things can go wrong. There's many things that you could say, this is totally unexpected. Well, really, if you would have sit down and really thought about all the things that could go wrong, then you could have done something about it. You could have bought insurance, you could have actually take steps or have a plan B ready, alternative options to solve a solution. It's the same with programming. Okay, so I'm going to solve this with programming, but what if that fails? Okay, what if my tester is all of a sudden leaving because she found a new, or he or she found a new job? You can say, okay, well, I didn't see that coming, but you need to think about this. If you only start to think about it when it happens, there's a very big chance that you might not have the proper solution at that time.
By the way, Ed, in Japanese education, do we have debate or negotiation skill training in the university? I don't have experience kind of training.
Me neither.
Oh, so that is the reason. Usually, the students have training for finance management, sales marketing, and manufacturing skills, so forth, but not kind of negotiation skill or kind of debating skill, right?
Right. No, that's absolutely right.
Why they do not have it? Actually, they have consulting company. They have kind of training course. They have, but how do you think about that? Consulting company. They have kind of skills training, right?
I'm not sure whether they do have that. I'm not aware of it.
I had that kind of training before many times at a consulting company in the States. How do you think about that? This is good enough, or do we need to some justify for Japanese people?
Well,
how do you think about the American style negotiation skill training? Is good enough for us?
American style?
Yeah.
No, it needs to fit the culture, of course. So you can say, okay, we're going to manage scope exactly like we do in the United States. Then you will have very unhappy customers. I don't think that the sales team would agree on that because there is no match. And I think there's actually also a big benefit in the way that Japan is dealing with scope, because it will make sure that you will operate in the best interest of the customer, hopefully. But you also need to be aware that saying yes is not always in the best interest of the customer. Sometimes saying no is actually better if you can actually motivate it the right way. Now, what makes this hard is that actually you cannot just say no because. You need to say no and actually be able to quantify that, to justify that. So that's why sometimes people would not feel confident enough, or not feel or not be assertive enough to actually dare to say no to the customer. That's why we need to make very sure that in the early process, in the early period of the project, we are actually measuring what we are doing, and we are quantifying benefits, and so that we have something that we can refer to. Hey, look at this. We are not performing as expected. Why is that? What do we need to do to mitigate this? If you don't do it, you're just going to build features and features and features and features and features that are going to make you very unhappy in the long run.
By the way, I recently just visiting many recruiting company. I'm looking for the job and the hiring for the other advisor or some sort of position to improve the company. Then I gradually recognize what we discussed past for years, like Confucianism or Confucius is did it before, right? 2,500 years ago. Very similar thing is they did in the past. Like what we are doing is sort of things. We can have some support for Japanese company. I recently recognized that. Right? But currently you are doing the same, right?